National Airport Road. My name is Mary Onaife Debbie. Welcome to the front page review of our daily newspapers. You can follow us online. We are streaming live right now on our website. It's at www.thevoiceofthepeople.ng, and you can watch us on YouTube, so you can take us everywhere you go. On YouTube is the Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, we are there too at VOP 903 FM. Now, welcome to the front page review. If you're a regular, you know how we do it. I'm going to give you the headlines from various newspapers. I have 5 of them: The Punch, This Day, The Vanguard, The Sun, and Daily Thrust. So I'm going to give you some of the headlines from the news, from the newspapers, and then we'll discuss hot topics in the news. I'm not alone in the studio. I'm happy to announce to you that we have Obed Awobede right here in the studio live this morning. He is a writer, he is a journalist, he is a social commentator, he's an outspoken person when it comes to different issues. Good morning to you.
And he's a Nigerian. Good morning. I don't know what else you used to easily qualify me.
Yes, and he's a Nigerian. And then later on the program, we are going to be having Rufai Oseni. He's also a journalist. He's also an analyst, a social commentator. He will be joining us via the network later on the program. My name is Mary Onaife Debbie, and let us start. No time to say no time, because so much has really happened in our country. Now, we'll begin this morning with the Sun newspaper. Wike BOT meeting inconclusive as Atiku flags off campaign October 10th. It has a rider. Rivers governor pledges commitment to peace. NWC in marathon meeting over party crisis. The story is on the Sun. Federal government sues Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp over task. Okay, interesting. You should read that story. Now, explosion rocks Rivers oil well. Lagos, Sanwo-Olu announces pay rise for civil servants. Good news for all civil servants in Lagos. Another one from the Sun this morning. Bailout economic gulp over 19 trillion naira in 3 years, says the CBN. Buhari present last budget of 19 to 76 trillion naira to NAS on Friday. And why Tinubu can't show medical fitness certificate, says the APC. Corruption undermining education sector investment, says Buhari. Please dismiss 7 officers, demote 10 others over misconduct. Now to the Punch newspaper this morning. Wambara says reconciliation still work in progress. Wike hopeful. INEC OK's governor candidate in Ogun, Delta State, and others. Obi conferred with honorary citizenship in the U.S. and corruption undermining government investment in education. Okay, Buhari, I've given this headline before. Now, Plateau flood destroys 850 houses. Delta communities groaned. Okay, and that's a very sad one.
It is, yes.
Yes, it is. 850 houses. And
it's not just there. It's the whole of the, I think the states on the eastern flank, the lower Niger. You find it in Kogi, even down to Delta State. Araya communities, places that they've been overtaken by flood. And the reason is because our rivers are heavily silted. They've not been dry for a long time. So when the water comes, it overflows the banks. You can't really accommodate it.
And people that live in those areas now are in serious crisis.
Yes, it is.
Wow. Now, still from the Punch this morning, hoodlums attack APC rally in Ibadan, injure supporters. Teachers 3,043 teachers failed TRCN's qualifying exams. And a Lagos resident caught stealing car with towing van. This is, I think we'll talk about this a bit later on, just for us to be cautious. People cannot use towing vans.
Of course, criminality.
To steal cars. Now to the Vanguard this morning. Court clears Magu of money laundering. And 2023 APC flags of presidential campaign October 10th. And national honors authentic list will be out soon, says the federal government. Report of 41.8 million judgment against me is fake news, says Namani. And also from the Vanguard this morning, Buhari gives awards to outstanding police officer for returning $200,000 bribe. Now, strike ASUU aiding corruption in varsities, says Buhari. Yes, and now let's move to the Daily Thrust newspaper. Rights of Way. Senate asks NLNG to pay host communities 18.4 billion naira compensation. Alleged non-remittance. Nigeria owes NNPC. Owes NNPC and okay, let me take this again. Alleged non-remittance. Nigeria owes NNPC 1.3 trillion naira, says Kiyari. Why are you laughing?
No, why not? Initially it was like the NNPC was supposed to bring money for them to share at FAC, the Federal Allocation Committee, and now the NNPC said that the government is owing it. I say, what for?
It's owing. Interesting. Now, to this day newspaper, Aisha Buhari. My husband suffered from PTSD for many years. Narrates how she played a role of a physiotherapist for him. Interesting.
Very.
Yes, and now the final headline this morning is from this day newspaper. Rise in disruptive banking technology. Disturbing, says Emefiele. Okay. We are going to discuss some of the hot topics from here, from the headlines I've given to you this morning. But first, we have to pay some bills. This is the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM, and you are listening to the Front Page Review.
If you're looking for a place to relax and find comfort, the right place to be is the Golden Tulip Essential Hotel. At the Golden Tulip Essential Hotel, we offer excellent services to our clients and customers. We serve high-quality wines at our restaurant and bar, while our continental dish is second to none. At the Golden Tulip Essential Hotel, located on 42 Murtala Mohammed International Airport Road, our rooms are in conformity with international standard and best practices. We accord priority to security for all our guests. Breakfast is free.
That's how I do.
Yay! And we have standard facilities for your seminar and training. For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-7003-333.
Ice on my neck, ice on my wrist, that's how I do.
Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Light Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less. The award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and Coldberry ice cream, delight in every scoop. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and Coldberry ice cream at 11 Road by First Avenue, Festac Town, 28 at Denira Ogusanya Street, Surulere, 13 Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1, Romeo's Pizza and Coldberry ice cream. Romeo, the pizza champions.
Yeah, wonderful Wednesday morning to you. This is the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. It's 11 minutes past 7, and you're listening to the front page review. My name is Mary Onaife Debbie. We have Rufai Oseni on the line this morning. Welcome to the program.
Morning, Mary. Morning, everybody.
Okay,
morning.
Great. Now, let's begin. Let's look at some of the hot topics right here. We'll start with the Punch newspaper. Federal government approves ASUU fraction, KONOA as academic union. Now, hope for a quick resolution of the labor disputes between the federal government and Academic Staff Union of University, ASUU, deemed on Tuesday as the former, that is the president, registered a parallel union in the academic community. It is, however, uncertain how the government's action could lead to the reopening of the public universities. The move, which is seen as an effort to break the ranks of ASUU, came after the National Industrial Court had earlier ordered ASUU to return to work. A judgment ASUU has appealed. Now, from what we are getting, it's like hope is almost lost. We don't know when ASUU is going to call off this strike and when the students will be able to go back to school. With the move the government is making, this KONOA that has now been approved by the government, what will become of this strike, Rufai?
Another installment of the season film called ASUU Strike continues. The first installment was after 6 months, the government couldn't reach a solution to it. 7 months went by, then the government thought and said, oh, what can I do to get legitimacy? Yes, take ASUU to industrial court. That's a fantastic idea. Don't forget, this was after the Minister of Education, that is soon to be given national honor for prevailing over 7 months ASUU strike.
My goodness.
Said he was going to they should give him 2 weeks. Afterwards, he didn't say 2 weeks. He was going to end everything, all the strike and all of that. So now they look and say, okay, we'll take them to industrial court. And they take them to industrial court, and they quickly get a judgment, which I know was the game plan in the end anyway. ASUU has appealed that. The court case is on, and they look and say, okay, what can we do again to disrupt the system? Season 3 of the ASUU federal government strike starts. They say, okay, we'll register counterpart union. Anyway, it's not new. We knew they were going to do it because they had noted this idea for a while. Kondo had been on the cards for a while. So does this solve the problem? No. Does it solve the deplorable state of Nigerian education? No. Does it solve the problem that most universities don't even have PhD holders as lecturers and professors? No. So we have just been going around in circles. All of this the government would use to do is to buy time. And ASUU will not budge. And guess what? The children suffers. Let me tell you something. If our government is truly ready, they can make everything possible to end the ASUU strike. But I think they are going to push this maybe till before elections or push it to the next administration. But it is a very sad thing to understand that this was the same government that campaigned in 2015 and they will end strike, they will invest in education. Alright, this was the same government that campaigned that they will not allow people to go abroad to seek medical care. But people are still going abroad, even they are going abroad to seek medical care. Like I've always maintained the position. Yes, I know there's politics when it comes to strike. I know the faults can go around between ASUU and the federal government. But let me tell you something. The federal government is not prioritizing education, and that's the reason for this problem. when you prioritize education, you will not go this way. They fail to realize that education is the mainstay of any economy. They are saying they don't have money, but they are having money to pay wasteful subsidies now because their cronies are eating out of the subsidy money, isn't it? They are having money to pay wasteful subsidies. Are they not? Are they not having money for elections? Is corruption not still going on full swing in government? Don't they have the money for that?
Now, let's
we truly need a government that prioritizes education, and that would do it indeed.
We truly need it. But our president, he has said that he knows the value of education in building society. So we shouldn't think that he does not know the value. But he's saying
if he knows it, he should end ASUU strike.
No,
he can do it. He can do it.
But look at
Call them in the room. If you see President Jonathan has done, let's not stop acting as if this thing is rocket science. President Jonathan has done it before. He prevailed with Namadi Sambo. They had an emergency meeting overnight, and they'll end it. If President Muhammadu Buhari truly loves education, if he calls ASUU members for a meeting in ASUU Rock, and they sit down for 2-3 hours in the room, even more than 3-4 hours, and he says, you know what, ASUU, you don't leave here until we solve this problem. Let's do it together. ASUU strike will be ended in 24 hours. Trust me.
Now, look at this. So, there's a headline
here. The president called ASUU into the room himself. Has he had meetings with ASUU? Let's ask now.
Now,
has he?
Look at
that recently went to submit his report with ASUU to the federal.
Look at what the president is saying from the Vanguard. He said ASUU aiding corruption in varsities. Now, the president, Muhammadu Buhari, yesterday accused the academic staff union of University ASUU of being complacent in corruption in the tertiary education sector in the country. He is saying that that the system is not. We're all trying to look at ASUU as maybe fighting the right cause and doing something right, but he is saying, Obed, that ASUU is corrupt.
I think the thing with the Buhari administration is that they know how to read very good speeches. He made a speech about what he's doing for education. He knows the value of education. He knows this happening. He went to the United Nations. He said the same thing: education. But you see, the government doesn't walk the talk. The thing is that the government has, in addition to incompetence, thorough disdain for Nigerians and what we see as what government needs to do in terms of the economy, in terms of social services and issues like education. Now, on the issue of corruption that the president talked about, the truth is that, yes, the university managements, they all come from the academic side. So most of the VCs and the rest have been members of ASUU before. And you know that we have corruption in administration in the university system. There's no doubt. There's money they make internally and they cannot account for. We saw the report of the UNELAC visitation panel. We saw that once. But ASUU, interestingly, that's the ASUU executive and the ASUU union, has been in the forefront of calling on the federal government and the state governments to set up visitation panels for the university so that they can go into the university to see what's going wrong, look into the books and look into the practice, the management practices and the rest of them. The government has not taken initiative to do that until ASUU called after several letters, several threats and the rest. That was when the federal government has set up visitation panels for its universities. So you find that against what Buhari is saying, that ASUU is responsible for corruption in the system, it's actually the federal government, the Ministry of Education, that is not doing its job in terms of holding these university managements accountable, of course, through the governing council. We expect them to be autonomous, but that's not happening. The government is still running the show from Abuja. So that is just the case. So it's really dubious or this is deceitful to say ASUU is responsible for corruption in the university system. The other point he made is that they spend so much money, but ASUU is not making things work. We have all said that we all know what needs to be done in the university. We know that there's shortage of manpower, there's human resources, there's shortage of facilities, and this is what the government needs to do. The government needs to come out. If you say you don't have the money, come out with a strategic plan and say, look, we know that UNELAC, UNIBEN, FUTO, the rest of it, they need so much. This is what we can do. Call the management, the pro-chancellors and the rest of them. This is what we can do. This is what we can do over the next few years. Let us work at a funding plan for the university. But The government doesn't do that. They sit back. Then when you get complaints, they now throw statements and things like that. Then on this Konua has been there. ASUU itself has problems in its administration. Let us be very firm. ASUU had a problem with the University of Ilorin several years back, 17, 18 years back, which caused the university, the local chapter of ASUU to pull out, or they were expelled or something like that. They pulled out, and I think a few years ago they now reconciled because one of the active members of ASUU then became the VC, the last VC that left. Yeah. He reconciled and he got them together. So ASUU has had problems. If you see the kind of statement that Osodeke made the last time when he said that, he was disparaging state universities, you wonder if lecturers in the university will be happy at all with them. So you have those kind of management problems in ASUU that created Konua, even though it looks as if government has taken advantage of it to actually do that. It started from University of Ife. Now, LASU, they don't have an active ASUU union. They also have problems in that. And a lot of universities are going there. That's why the Konua chairman was saying that they have 18 chapters already. So if they have 18 chapters, they can look at the system. All these state universities that are working, they can go to them and then run them up and become chapters. The whole thing in the end is that when you balkanize unions, you have multiple unions in the university system like that. How do you do negotiations going forward? How the government is going to do it, I don't know.
Interesting. We just want to know how this ASUU strike is going to play out at the end. Whether this administration will end it or they will shift it to the next administration. Let's hope it ends here. Now, another news here, another story from the Sun. Rufai, this is for you. I remember some time ago, you talked about the APC presidential candidate and every other candidate should be able to show a medical fitness certificate. Now, we have a reply from the Sun newspaper. The headline reads, "White."
You have 1 minute remaining.
Okay, hold on. Are you still there? Okay. Now, the headline here says, "Why Tinubu can't show medical fitness certificate?" It says the APC. Now, the ruling party insisted that the only condition that will propel him to do so will be if other parties' candidates, especially Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi, do so. Now, the National Publicity Secretary of the party, that's the person of Felix Moka, who made the declaration while appearing on a television program, emphasized that the party can have conversation about Tinubu's body being old or age, but note that his mind is still very fit. So he's saying that his body might be old, but his mind is still very fit. Let me quote him. He said, "Our candidate, Bola Tinubu, is as fit as anyone. So I'm not saying this to be political. For the purpose of this discussion, you have raised the question of his health. From my knowledge, even though I'm not a medical doctor, from observing him, being around him, engaging with him, and many times over the last few months, I've been able to see that he's in good health." Now, I'm going to stop the quote here, but I remember, okay, I think Rufai is no longer on the line, but it's going to, okay, he's back on the line now. Yeah. Hello?
What happened? The line went up, Mary.
Yeah, it went up. He said the credit was finished, but it wasn't finished. I don't know. We'll check that out, but thank you for calling back. Now.
Okay. So what I would suggest is this.
Yes.
Please, all presidential candidates, if you love Nigeria so much, I beg you, submit a comprehensive, independently verified health results, your first school living certificate, your birth records, authenticated, and a declaration of your assets. I think Code of Conduct will handle that. If you want to lead a country, nobody begged any of the presidential candidates to come out and say they want to lead. You were sitting in your house the other day and you woke up and you say you want to be president of Nigeria. And that means you need to be accountable to the people. So please, your birth certificate, your school living certificate, your secondary university certificate, independently verified medical records, and declaration of your assets. I know the declaration of the asset is with code of conduct. People do that. But I think even other ones should be verified. Your birth certificate and all of that. I know they sent some to INEC, but release it to Nigerians. So that Nigerians just know what they are doing. I mean, Nigerians have a chance to know whoever will be their leader. And that's what democracy is all about. Mm-hmm. So it is just, I know, it's not according to the law, but it is just only the right thing to do. So we even know what we are dealing with. Okay, see, if a man is dating a woman and is going on to marriage, one of the first things they will talk about is medical records, isn't it?
Yes.
The woman needs to see the medical records of the man. If possible, they do genotype so that they know they are compatible. So if lovers that want to have a relationship with each other can do that, what other presidential candidate do that? If you want to get a job, maybe they say go and do medical tests as part of requirements for a job, isn't it?
Yes.
So why can't these people, for getting a job as sensitive as the president of Nigeria, show us medical records, birth certificates, school certificates, school living, all their papers and credentials? They're trying to show us this thing now. Even they are the ones that want to.
According to the National Policy Secretary of the APC, that's the person of Felix Moka, he said we might have conversation about the body of his candidate being old, but the mind is still very fit. The mind.
What's the meaning of what he's saying? That we have conversation about the body.
Yes, that's
and the mind is still what is it called? What do you is it? You see, you need good body and good mind to run Nigeria. Mary, please edit this thing I've said and put it on repeat. You need good body and good mind to run Nigeria. You need good body and good mind to run Nigeria. And if possible, Mary, I want to add to it. All of them too should take drug tests. So we even know the level of their mind.
Drug test?
Yes. Do you know the increase in drug use in this country? I think maybe one day we'll get Buba Marwa on air to tell you what NDLA is facing. Most of the people they are catching with all this drug, are they not big men in society? Because you see, running Nigeria is not it's a serious business. And Nigerian people deserve that level of accountability. See what happened in Britain. The government did a policy that was wrong. The people rebelled. In 10 days, the government changed the policy. If despite changing the policy, they know that next election they are done. They will punish them in next election. This is, I think, Kwesi Kwarteng and Liz Truss, they know the conservative will be punished in the next election. Until we have in Nigeria where the people's voice is louder than the voice of the people in power, then we will not have a country.
I think we are in a dispensation where our voice, I would say, is louder because you're seeing the rise of the middle class, people coordinating themselves, coming Africa,
and that's why
demanding.
It can only get better. That's why, Mary, in my grief, I was checking old documents yesterday. I stumbled on my mom's passport, my dear mom, that was issued 40 years ago. In one of our travels, as at 1982, my mom collected BTA 793 naira, 74 kobo. It amounted to 650 pounds. 793 naira was 650 pounds. Pounds to naira was 1 pound, was 1 naira 22 kobo. 40 years ago. 40 years after, Mary. 40 years after. That 1 pound is 865 naira. In fact, some people say they change it for 888 naira. and people are telling you that somebody that wants to change that country, that has gone through this deplorable nature, that you should not ask for the birth certificate and health records, if they are white, Nigerians shouldn't even ask them. They should be the ones to officially provide it.
Okay, great. Now let's move to another story. We'll round off with this story, then we'll open the phone lines because the time is just moving so fast. This one is from the PDP. Said Wike BOT meeting inconclusive as Atiku flags off campaign October 10th. River governor, the writer says Rivers governor pledges commitment to peace. NWC in marathon meeting with the party. Now, attempt to resolve the crisis rocking the People's Democratic Party appears to not be yielding the expected results, as a peace meeting yesterday between the Board of Trustees, the BOT, River State Governor Nyesom Wike, and his loyalists ended inconclusive. The meeting, which was held in the government house in Port Harcourt, lasted for over 4 hours, ending at about 4:35 p.m. Obed, there is still crisis in the PDP, and the campaign for them is starting on the 10th of October. Now, they are still fighting.
Yes.
And we are thinking of how we want them to change the country, and they've not been able to put their house together.
Yes. I really think the mission, the mission of Wabara and the BOT to Wike was actually to see how they can have him, simmer down on his key requirement that IU should go. And I think all those meetings, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, is around, please, let's do this, and talking and looking for assurances, looking for agreements, and the rest of them. That is Wike's key point. If he's going to bend on that, fine. But he's going to ask himself, if they give him any agreement now, and he works for the PDP, and PDP wins, and Atiku becomes president. When you are president, you are like the almighty Nigerian. You have so much powers at your disposal. You can even go into the man's birth certificate, into his record, into his family history, and the rest of them, and do things. So he's asking himself that if he does all this, and at the end of the day, the PDP wins, what I think is all those assurances they are going around in circle trying to get him to agree and get the party to commit themselves. But I don't know how they're going to do it, because the same yesterday, IU was, he came back resurgent at the PDP headquarters. He held an NWC meeting where he was strutting all over the place, and he was, in full charge, and all the people are with him, apart from the 6 of them who said they were given money and the rest of them. So IU is in firm control of the party. Atiku is on one side trying to see how to get Wike not to disrupt the party, and Wike is on one side trying to get his own agenda through. So I don't know how they're going to marry these 3 disparate elements ahead of the campaign. But Atiku is forging forward. He will have his kickoff on Monday, which is good. The APC also has another one, but Siwaju is on holiday first. From when it comes. So it's going to be a very tough call for them in the PDP. I don't know how they'll do it.
Rufai, before we let you go, Atiku is forging forward, moving forward with his campaign and everything, and the crisis is still there. Is this good enough for Nigerians, for the citizens of Nigerians, that their political party is not in order? Atiku is forging ahead to do what? To save Nigeria?
Their political parties are in disarray. And most of them,
yeah,
the PDP is having problems in Ogun. Did you hear what happened yesterday in the meeting they had? It was a shouting bout amongst themselves. Now they are trying to look into who paid those monies into accounts in the PDP. It speaks volumes of what we've become as a nation. And we need to fix Nigeria. We need to fix Nigeria. He's going ahead with this. He has to go on anyway, in all fairness to him.
They say charity begins at home. Now the home is the PDP.
But the question I keep asking is, I think the slogan by his people is that they want to unify Nigeria. I think it's best they start by unifying their party.
Thank you so much, Rufai. Let's open the phone lines.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day. Now the numbers to call is 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call to be part of the conversation. On WhatsApp is 0700 903 9039. Hello, good morning to you.
Mr. Mary, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Peter Monse.
God bless you.
You're our first caller today. You just entered smoothly.
Am I winning anything?
Nothing. See how the economy is.
Okay, no problem. No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but Albert, good morning, and Oseni, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, it's very funny. I think the statement of Mr. President that ASUU is aiding corruption in educational system is a question of pot calling kettle black, or you have a big lock in your eyes. I don't know how are you able to see a peck in somebody else's eyes. Mr. President is the Minister for Petroleum. And as he told me that he has been able to read corruption in the petroleum ministry, that the ministry that is heading, you give Nigerians adulterated fuel, is that not corruption? And then the oil that is being stolen every day, and then is that not corruption? You are the commander-in-chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, and so much corruption in the armed forces. We are told that the armed forces people are those aiding and abetting the stealing of our oil in large quantum. Is that not corruption? And this same man, we are told that the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, arms were missing in the police armory. Have you recovered them? You get somebody money to buy arms in the military. They did not see the arms, they did not see the money, and you give the person ambassadorial post. Is that not corruption? So, no wonder Nigeria is branded the most corrupt country in the world, or one of the most corrupt countries in the world. It's a pity that Mr. President is presiding over a country that is this corrupt that even the educational ministry is being affected. Very unfortunate. And finally, on the health of Tinubu, before Nigerians will now go, hey, anybody can be sick. Sickness can meet anybody. We are not saying that anybody cannot be sick. Anybody can be sick. But please, when you are sick, leave a job that is so rigorous like this. When I wanted to join ICT, as young as I was, as healthy as I was, I had to go through medical tests. Those who were not fit were dropped. Please, let all of them, not only Tinubu alone here, let all of them submit their medical record and then submit whatever paper. INEC should make this mandatory. Please, anything outside that, we don't need him, and we don't need those that are like him. This country has to move forward, please. Thank you. That's my take this morning.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Peter. Hello, good morning. Can you turn down the volume on your radio set?
Yeah, good morning, my sister. This is John Legend, the caller.
Okay. Good morning, John Legend. Go ahead.
Yeah. The truth is that, for my own take on these issues are this ASUU beating people because they are labor parties. They have to deal with it. This is exactly how it starts. Before you know it now, there will be a chaos everywhere. Because I cannot see a reason why that this is now is an open rally for everybody. Because I don't see any reason why that people that is the one group of people will gather themselves, start beating the other groups. It's not fair now. It's not fair. It will cause a very big problem. They have to start dealing with it now. Despite the policeman that rescued those two guys, they could have killed them. They wanted to burn them. But in Nigeria, we are talking about justice. It is not fair. Because I cannot see the reason why where I can see you are beating my own person. I will just leave you alone. No. It will cause a very big problem. Because all this APC, you cannot force me to vote APC. It's not by force. And I don't know why Nigeria, Lagos State have been harboring Aburus here and there. Everywhere Aburu. Are we voting Aburu, or are we voting a competent person that will lead us? Can you imagine Osare Dukubo is carrying AK-47 on social media and Nigeria are not saying anything, especially one group of people, that he will finish them? Is he a military? What is he? Carrying AK-47, a sophisticated weapon that we say that we don't have any license for individuals to carry in Nigeria, but somebody carry it saying that he's supporting Atiwaju Tinubu. Is it fair? Where are we heading to? Let us call a spade, please, because this is exactly what is going to happen if he wins this election. Agboros killers will be everywhere, carrying sophisticated weapons here and there. Let us deal with it, please.
Yeah, thank you
this morning.
Yeah, thank you, John Legend. Let me correct something. This attack on Labour Party people during the rally, I think we also have a similar attack on members of the APC in Ibadan.
Yes,
so I think the government should look into it. It's not just people attacking people from Labour Party.
Yes,
some people are attacking people from
in other parties too.
Parties.
You're going to find it across the states, across the party. If you have dominance in a particular area, you find that they will be oppressive. But of course, like we say, people should learn to take this as politics. We are trying to look for the best leaders for the next.
So there's no need to be violent about it.
Exactly.
So the police should get on with the work. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Chike. I'm calling from Ekoti.
Okay, can you turn down the volume on your radio set? Because I can hear myself from your radio.
Okay, let me move away.
Okay.
All right, I'm okay now.
Yeah, better. Go ahead.
Yes. Now what these people are doing, you've said a lot of things there.
Yeah.
More essential, I want to say something about what Mr. Rufai said concerning health certificate of Tinubu. Tinubu wants to be the president of Nigeria, quite all right. The Nigerians, like he said, is very much concerned concerning the health of the person that is going to lead us. More especially, in the face of what happened concerning Buhari, only God knows how much was spent. The aircraft was packed there, all that kind of a thing, going to London every day in, day out. We don't want such situation again. You see, even all these football clubs, even when you are moving from another club to another club, they will carry out medical tests. No matter, even if you are playing, you are number one in your club, the moment you are moving to another club, there will be a medical test. I don't know if you remember when Nnamdi Kanu was playing for Ajax Amsterdam, Holland. He was playing so fine. There was no report of illness until when he moved to Inter Milan. On the presence of carrying a medical test, they discovered that he has a heart problem. So he was diagnosed of heart problem in US. You see to it. So there must be this medical checkup. It's not about climbing on bicycle around you saying that you are doing this, that. Because what's the need of every time going to London, all that kind of thing. So that's one point. Then the second one is about PDP. In short, all these two political parties, I don't know what they think. Do they think that we are nobody that they can just ride on it? Look at heavy allegations against PDP chairman and the PDP National Working Committee. I mean, how do they want to come and say they want to come and campaign for election? These two political parties, everything about them is so dirty. Nobody can deny it. Everything about them is so dirty. Look at the type of.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Just wake up and do things.
Yeah, thank you so much for calling us. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. When you call, please be brief so that we can take as many calls as possible. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mary. How are you?
Doing great this morning. Where are you calling us from and your name?
This is Leon from Okota.
Okay, welcome, Mr. Leon. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to talk about somebody saying that somebody has a sound IQ understanding why physically the person is not fit. It's like saying my engine car are good, my shocks and my tires are bad. You cannot go anywhere because you're going to break on the way. So when you now know that this thing is not obtainable anywhere. So let us call a spade honestly. Okay? On the second part, corruption everywhere. Look at the political party. Look at what has happened in BOT chamber. I want to use the word chamber. How money move from this place to the other place. So they are corrupt. How would we want to have a corrupt organization as a party being infused into the system? It can work. So let us take a drastic decision this time around and have it change for the first time, and let us see how it's going to be. My regards to Abed as well.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Leon. Hello, good morning to you. Hello, good morning. Please, when you call us, ensure you turn down the volume on your radio set. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. And you can send us a WhatsApp message on 0700 903 9039. That's the number. And if you're trying to call us on WhatsApp, let's see if we can take a call from WhatsApp. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. I see you've been trying to connect.
Yeah, before I go to sleep.
Oh, where are you calling us from? What's your name?
My name is Anthony. I'm calling from the US.
Okay, great. Go ahead. Join the conversation.
Yes, I have observed the electioneering campaigns going on. Again, everybody knows that PDP and APC are one of the same thing. I think Nigeria needs a change. The only problem we have in Nigeria, I mean, not just only in Nigeria, because there are core members in every party. So even if you bring a lizard, into PDP, there are people that must vote for that lizard. It happens everywhere. But we are talking to people that are in between to think, and make that change. It's people that have not made up their mind that we need to make the change in Nigeria. But the core party members will likely not do anything, because wherever they are benefiting something, and that's why they are there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, the number to call is 0700 903 903 903. Now I'm going to take some comment from our YouTube. This one is from Femi Bash. He said, Tinubu supporters are standing on the mandate of a man who cannot stand on his own. Okay, that is a comment from Femi Bash. Another one from Yinka Hamzat. My brother Agbero is Tinubu's legacy in Lagos State. How true is this? Now, another one from OVA said the APC-led government don't prioritize education. There is no notable achievement in education in 8 years of APC government. Just strike as, inshallah, a new policy to improve basic education at the primary level. Okay, we'll take calls now. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling us from today?
Ogama is my name. I'm calling from Ida.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I want to say something.
Okay.
Anybody who loves this country will never ever go to APC and PDP. My reason is this. One, this is government that says, what do you call it? Western education is wrong. That is, APC is supporting Western education. Two, PDP is voting, trying to come up again with another Fulani person. Showore is there, Titobi is there, others is there. Let us choose from these political parties and with this APC and the PDP. This is my stand this morning. God bless you, BOP people, for your good work, and God will continue blessing you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for calling. Hello, good morning. Can you turn down the volume on your radio set? When you call, ensure you turn down the volume.
Hello.
Hello, yeah, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, what's
This
your
is
name?
Nicholas.
Okay.
I'm Nicholas from Lagos.
Oh.
I'm speaking from Ojo Azi.
Okay, great. Go ahead.
God bless you for a good job.
Thank you.
You understand?
Yeah.
Please, I want to take on this head of Tinubu. You understand me?
Yes.
Please and please, let Nigerians know what is good and know what is bad. Because of why? Look at from the onset of the APC concerning the situation of Nigeria now. You understand me? The real Buhari into that place. Why is
is not sound. You understand me? They want to seal Tinubu into that same seat. Why is not sound and all that? Why are we one Nigerian youth or Nigerian citizen to continue suffering for another 4 years as they want to do they will allow this man to rule another 8 years again. Why are we behaving this way? Let us think twice and take out both Tinubu, both Atiku. Let them take them out of this game at all. Let them take them out. Let them see someone that we know the mind of Nigerians, that will fix it, that will take decision on its own. You understand me? We are tired of this being APC, we are tired of PDP. Please and please, let all Nigerians take the bull by the horn and take these people out of this game.
Yeah, thank
you. Understand?
Yes, I do.
May God bless you, my dear. And that P2B of the way that they beat, how would they beat P2B campaign people and all that if you wear the Labour Party shirt, they will continue to beat you. I will beat you. Please let Nigeria look into it. Let INEC look into it and stop all those nonsense. You understand me? Yeah. Please, I'm on my way driving so that no made a footmark on it and all that. God bless you, man.
Yeah.
Hello.
Thank you so much. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Can you turn down the volume on your radio set? Turn down the volume on your radio set. Have you done that?
Yes. Good morning.
No, you haven't done that. I have to take you off the line now.
I put it off.
Okay. What's your name and where are you calling us from? Okay.
What I'm saying is this. People are talking of Tinubu. These people are read the election. That is why they are saying they are hazy. If not, they could have gone to sit down.
Okay, I will have to take you off. I have to take you off because you did not turn down the volume on the radio. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. What's your name and your location?
Abayomi from Ilasa.
Okay, welcome, Mr. Abayomi. Go ahead. You have just 1 minute. 1 minute.
That's your station. Now, I don't have anything to see, but I just want every Nigerian to sit inside their room or inside their power. Think of what is happening now, then the past, and we think we need to plan for our future. How our future is going to be. That's the problem. As I'm talking to you now, I always said it, I'm now 70 years old. So my future is the most important thing for me in my life now. What is my big future? They are my children. Our children is our future. Do we think of them? See what is happening over almost 20-something years back now. Are we still going to remain there? Now they ask somebody to bring his health certificate. They say no. Why somebody will be saying this? I fought for them. I'm with them. But now they tell me that they are not capable to rule me. Please let everybody think of today and tomorrow. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Yeah, thank you. Hello, good morning.
On page 6 of the Guardian newspaper.
Hello, good morning. Okay, I think this is our last call. Hello, good morning.
Hello,
good morning. What's your name? You have less than a minute.
My name is Olu Chris.
Okay, Olu Chris. Go ahead.
I'm calling from Nevada.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
just want to say that, well, I'm a Yoruba man, but I don't see all these things that is going on in this country. It is time for us to sit tight and see things the way they are. If we really want Nigeria to remain as a country and a prosperous one, we should stop deceiving ourselves. I know Tinubu is not qualified to be the president of this country. Atiku is not qualified to be the president of this country. I'm not sure whether Peter Obi is qualified to be the president of this country. So she can't say the state. See that review our constitution. Things are wrong. Things are not right as it is. Okay? So, the PDP, they should sit tight, rejig their party. APC, they should really
go into the constitution and give us what will make the country to remain a country and a prosperous one. A lot of people are leaving the country.
Thank you. We just have a minute. I had to just thank you so much. Yes, and we want to go. You don't have up to a minute. You just say.
Let me
just a thing.
Yes,
just
let
a
me
thing.
just say something. You see, people are talking about medical certificate, health certificate. People who can present fake results, fake tax certificates. Can they present fake medical certificates? People should just look at the candidates. You look at the ones, you see the ones that are healthy, the ones that are not healthy. Don't forget about this certificate thing being under requirement. It just would not make any difference at all.
Look at the candidate and make your choice. If they can present you with a fake certificate of being healthy, so just look at the candidate you want and vote for the person. Thank you so much for being part of the program this morning. This is the Front Page Review. We'll be here again tomorrow, God willing, by 7 to 8. I want to say big thank you to Obed Awede for always coming through, and to Rufai Oseni. I say thank you. And everybody that's called us on our online community, I want to say thank you. My name is Mary Onaife Edebi. You can follow me on Instagram at Mary Onaife. Coming up next at 8 o'clock is Oge Ndigo. Keep it here. This is the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM.